Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to do confetti overlay on a live camera preview in a Flutter Android application using CameraX as well as Media3 effect. Now there are two things which you need to keep in mind. First is you need to use at least Flutter 3.32.0 or higher, otherwise you will face lot of Gradle issues when you try to run your application. And second is I'm not using any third-party library. I have written native code for this. It's very difficult to do with a third-party library. So yeah, let's get started. So first it is still building my application, so in the meantime I'll just explain you guys the code. So first, as usual, you just need to go to main.dart. Here I have imported dart.io. Then here this is my camera view.dart, which is a file which I have created. Now this should not be Flutter app. In your case it should be your own project name. Then here we have imported material as well as services.dart. Then here we just have this is just the boilerplate code which is present by default. Here is my homepage widget, so it is a stateful widget, and for if it platform is Android, then I have by default the permission is false. Then here you can see we have created a method channel for requesting the camera permission. So inside the initiate, if platform is Android, we immediately get the camera permission. So here you can see we are invoking a method called get camera permission, and if it is true, then we just change the value of this particular variable. Then here we have this build method where if permission is granted, then here we just use a safe area view for displaying our my camera view. Otherwise we have another safe area view for just displaying a text saying give camera permission. Okay, so the output is ready. Let me quickly show you guys the output. So I'm using Android Studio to mirror my device to show you guys the output, and given that I'm mirroring my device, the output might be a little bit laggy. Just bear with me over here. So I'll just click on this, give it the camera permission, and here you can see we have this camera preview as well as the take photo button. Now it is taking a bit of time. Okay, I don't know why it is taking a bit of time. Okay, I'm not sure why it is taking a bit of time to load, but yeah, let me check it later on why it is still black. I'll come back to this in a bit. Let's go through the output at the very end. So here you can see, yeah, then we have this my camera view.dart file. So here we just import dart.io. We have Flutter material as well as Flutter services. Then here we have this stateful widget as well. Here we have this method channel of camera view, and here we have this image URL which is empty at the start. Then here we have this creation params, which is basically used to send data from Flutter to Android side, but we are not really using that. Then if platform is Android and if image URL is not equal to empty, then we display the image using image.file. Okay, otherwise we use this Android view, which basically displays the live camera view as well as the take photo button, and for all other platform we just display a placeholder. Then here we have this callback as well on platform view created, for which we just do channel.set method call handler passing in the handle method. So here you can see we have this particular case. So this is called from native Android side whenever a photo has been captured, which gives us the image URL back over here, and then we just set this to this particular variable. Okay, once that is done, you just need to go to the Android folder. You need to go to app build.gradle.kts. Here we have this dependencies block where we pass the Android X camera core, Android X camera 2, Android X camera lifecycle, then the Android X camera view, Android X camera media 3 effect, which is still in alpha at the time of me recording this video, but if it does become stable, make sure you use the stable version. Then we have this Android X media 3 effect as well as Android X constraint layout. Then you need to go to src main android manifest.xml. you need to add this uses feature of camera, then the camera permission, write external storage permission as well as internet permission. Then we need to go to Kotlin, and firstly we have to use this main activity.kt, just add all these imports. Okay, and inside this we just define this request code permission. Then we add the camera as well as write external storage permission. This method channel result is basically for sending data from native Android side to Flutter side. Here we override this on request permission result as well, and if the permission is granted, we just send back as true, else we send back as false. And here we have this method just to check whether all permissions was granted or not. Here we override this configure Flutter engine method where we register for register this view factory, so we are passing here another Kotlin file which I will show you shortly. And here we have a method channel for camera permission as well, and if call dot method is equal to get camera permission, then we just request the permission. So yeah, that's it. Then first you just need to go to my camera view factory. Again, this is here, this should be your own package name. Rest all the code which you see is boilerplate code which you have to write every time you want to embed a native Android view inside your Flutter application, so don't think too much about it. Yeah, you can just copy paste the code. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Then here we have this my camera view.kt file. Okay, so first again, this should be your own package name. Now there are a lot of imports, feel free to pause the video and just copy all these imports. Then here we first define our image capture. Here is our process camera provider, here is our constraint layout, then this is the preview view, this is the button, this is the method channel as well, here is our camera executor service, then this is the file name format, and then we define the layout params for our constraint layout. We constrain the preview view of our camera to all sides of the screen, and from the bottom we just leave a margin of 200. Then here we have the button where we constrain it to the bottom of the screen and add a click listener to this as well. Then we call setup camera, where we just start our camera and initialize camera executor as well. Here is our take photo button, so once the button is clicked, we get a hold of our image capture. We define the name using simple date format as well. Then we have this content values dot apply, where we pass the display name, MIME type, and if Android version greater than P, we also set the relative path. Then here we have the image capture dot output file options, and then we just call take picture, where we override this on error as well as on image saved. And here we send the URI of the captured image back to native back to Flutter side, sorry. Then this is just a helper method which I use it over here to get the URI of the saved image. Then here we override get view, return our constraint layout. Here we override dispose, and we shut down our camera executor. Here is our start camera, where we define the aspect ratio strategy as well as the resolution selector. And here we do process camera provider dot get instance, passing in our context. Here we get hold of our camera provider future dot get. Then here we define our preview view. Then here is our image capture as well. Here we get hold of our default back camera. Here we define the use case of our preview as well as image capture. Then this is the Media3 effect. Then here you can see we have to define this something called texture overlay, and here we pass the Confetti overlay. So for this as well, we have defined a separate Kotlin class. Now I think I have written this twice. That's the reason maybe this is causing an issue when I was showing you the output. So I'll just remove this. I'll just do Command S. Okay, and before I show you rest of the code, let me run it again. Now while running it, I am just making use of Android Studio to run it, but you can run it with the help of the Flutter run command as well. Okay, so here we unbind our camera provider, we bind it to the lifecycle, and here we just pass our context compat.getMain executor. Now coming back to the confetti overlay.kt file. Now here I have just copy pasted all this code from the documentation. I have not written it by myself. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here you can see again I'm mirroring my device. We'll go through that confetti overlay code in a bit. Again, like I said, I'm mirroring my device, so output is little laggy. But if you look at the right hand side center, there are some confetti overlays coming on our live camera preview. So hopefully you got the point. So I'll quickly click a photo. So I'll just click on take photo, and here you can see that it has taken a photo where it has displayed the confetti as well. So yeah, coming back to our code again, I'm not an expert in this confetti overlay thing. I've just, like I said, I've just copy pasted all this code from the documentation. So I'll simply scroll through this. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and just copy the code. I mean, it's not that big, but yeah, still I think there are some mathematical calculations as well which has been happening over here. And here you can see these are all the symbols which we are doing for our confetti overlay, but here you can pass whatever you feel like is right for you. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Again, I'll simply scroll through this once. So if you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.